Okay, I missed the last stream. Why should we Asians pay reparations when you black just for picking cottons? Meanwhile, Asians are building railroads. We don't have the victim 8 minutes.
What?
Okay, let me ask this question to her. Why should Asians pay reparations to you?
Because that is what's happening, by the way. Whites and Asians are the only groups in America that pay more into the system than they receive in reparations.
Yes, my people, we got another one from Antonio Talks. This guy be cooking. Oh my days. It's titled Red Pill Podcast Fatigue. Let's get into it.
I really despise the whole red pill and manosphere side of the internet. They do try to instill great, core values into young men, such as working out, making money, keeping up with your appearance. Like, those are positive things. But if we being honest, and I know I bring race into everything, the red pill to alt-right pipeline is real. And we all know the alt-right is filled with white supremacy. So it kind of baffles me when I see, brothers that claim that they're red pilled or alpha male. It's like, nah. Now it has.
By the way, for those that don't really know, this young fellow, he's like a pro-black YouTube creator, you know what I mean? So a lot of his talking points is always going to come from that type of standpoint.
It's died down. I remember back in like 2022, 2023, I could not escape an Andrew Tate clip on my TikTok feed. And the crazy thing about it, y'all, is that I would actually agree with some of the takes that Andrew was making. And that's how...
Do you know what it is, yeah? When Andrew Tate was really at his peak, this guy was probably the most Googled person in the entire world at that point. Do you know what I mean? Because that strategy, and I'm a marketer, like outside of obviously these reaction videos and stuff like that, I'm a marketing, I run a marketing agency, sorry. So anything, by the way, I don't agree with everything that Andrew Tate does, I just have to put it out there, but anything that I see that has such impact when it comes to the marketing angle of it, I can't lie, I have to commend and I also have to study it. Do you know what I mean? When Andrew Tate was doing that whole clipping type of method, I believe that because clipping has always been a thing, we've always seen people take long form piece of content and then put on short form. But then it got to the point where people were just doing straight short form clips and making it highly edited. Then we had the whole completely new wave of Andrew Tate literally just flooding the internet full of interviews, clickbait, rage bait moments, all these terms, you know what I mean, and getting people to click that content, putting it on TikTok and all these platforms and flooding it. This guy, oh my days, ridiculous. But the damage that it also caused was that we started seeing quite a lot of people, or younger lot, take absolutely every single thing he said as face value. Now, Andrew Tate, especially when you watch some of his content, like the recent content he's been doing, he's kind of outside of the character that we saw Andrew Tate to be, and he's now, I wouldn't say a more mature version of himself, because I feel like he's always been that way, but obviously he understands the power of coming on the internet and giving off a persona. But anyways, like, we can start to see that he's a bit more, you could say, humane. Like, he has daughters, for example, so he talks about how, he wouldn't want certain things to happen to his daughters, and we can just see a more humane side of Andrew Tate, you know what I mean? So through seeing that's when I started realizing that a lot of the things he was saying back then was, in reality, is just for the rage bait. He was just trying to rage bait people and go viral, and it worked, So from a marketing perspective, I know I literally just did like a whole TED talk on how Andrew Tate and his marketing team are geniuses, but in reality, they are, whether you agree or not.
How they pull you into this, red pill or manosphere. They say a lot of valid points, and then they really start spewing the misogyny.
That's true though. That's true. I don't deem myself as a red pill person at all, but I feel as if though I knew about that content before it became mainstream, so like around 2017 or 2018. Fam, if you're watching this and you know someone like Steph is cold, oh my days, that guy he put me onto this entire type of space. And for me personally, when I first got into that type of space, it was literally just solely motivation. It was a case of saying, look, as a man, you need to make sure you're on your grind, you're getting your money, you're doing this, you're doing that, etc. And it would motivate me to aspire for greatness and aspire for everything that I've basically been able to accomplish in the past few years, and I'm going to carry on accomplishing, because the foundations were built on things like stoicism, built on, philosophy built on values, etc. And obviously I'm a Christian as well, so I just made sure to always make sure that's in my foundation, and it helped me personally. But as the community grew and it kept on growing and growing and growing and growing, I started realizing that it went from it being, you could say, a holistic kind of thing of just becoming a better version of yourself as a man, into it now being a case of, oh, women are like this and da 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 da. And then that's when it started to lose me for a bit, I can't lie to you, but...
In the racism, man, that you probably not even picking up on. Now, I came across this clip of Fresh and Fit. Oh my, I hate these niggas so much, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Just by taking a look at them, like, they just remind me of the Beat It chick meme. They got them some money now, so they keep it on their sleeve. Like, bro, money ain't everything.
Okay, I missed the last stream. Why should we Asians pay reparations when you black just for picking cotons? Meanwhile, Asians are building railroads. We don't have the victim 8 minutes.
What? Yo, I don't even watch Fresh and Fit anymore, so I didn't even know this is what they're on. Like, what? What type of? And this is like a super chat or whatever they call it. What?
W Fresh Fit. Okay, let me ask this question to her. Why should Asians pay reparations to you?
Because that is what's happening, by the way. Whites and Asians are the only groups in America that pay more into the system than they receive in reparations, than they receive in benefits.
Well, you don't have a comment on that?
No, I don't.
But you said blacks should get reparations.
I said I don't have a comment.
Okay, but like you made the argument that they should get reparations.
She don't want to comment, bro.
I just said I don't have a comment.
Yeah, like she said she don't want to comment. So why is she being forced to basically comment? That's something I don't really understand. I understand that, cool, she's on a show and then you're supposed to do the whole, okay, you're on my show and da. I just have to move myself out so you can see the gentleman. But like, if she doesn't want to comment, she doesn't want to comment. Just move on to the next person. And obviously, we haven't seen the entire clip, so we don't know if she was being like that for the entire clip. Because, for example, let's say if I was running a podcast, I invited a group of people on, there's just one individual with some bad vibes. Completely understandable. Just get them off the podcast. But from what I can see so far, you've asked her a wild question. She doesn't want to comment on it. Move on. Do you know what I mean? But
you see, this is what they do on this podcast. They try to rape it to black people and basically get like a clip of them acting out. So
literally, it's like it's madness.
They can be like, oh yeah, black women act like this way, That's why do black people keep going onto these podcasts? Like, why do we gotta keep going places we not welcome?
And do you know what it is, yeah? When Fresh and Fit first started, I remember, because it was around the time that Kevin Samuel was like, RIP, man, the GOAT. When he was still about, yeah, he used to big up Fresh and Fit because a lot of their early talking points were just, again, that whole self-improvement, man, them get your money. To be honest, anytime I see Fresh and Fit, it's usually when they're talking about the money, like, I'm bettering your credit and the business. If you, I can't lie, if you watch their business stuff, whoa, a lot of game. Like, there's a crazy amount of game. All the late night in Miami's and when they listen, anytime I see Fresh and Fit and there's a bunch of girls, I know it's just gonna be a headache. I don't have time for it anymore. I don't watch it. Do you know what I mean? But I didn't know it had gotten this extreme. All I'm saying is that Kevin Samuels wouldn't approve of this shit. Like, what? What kind of question is that? Like, what? Anyways,
that's why I ain't gonna lie. Desegregation shouldn't have happened. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta do a deep dive, bro.
Whoa.
We were starving on our own. You know what I'm saying? Just put it like this. Why would we want to go into these spaces where they don't want us there? They're going to feed us bullshit. The schools, they're not going to teach us right. They weren't teaching the kids right. They're not going to, you know what I'm saying? It's just,
what do you have?
I have attitude, right? So
to be honest, I hear what he's saying though. When he puts it that type of way, like, I hear what he's saying, because again, when you look in history, you saw that after obviously the whole slavery kind of period that happened within America, and then black people then got segregated and they were by themselves, and they ended up building things like the Black Wall Street and doing things sustainably themselves. In fact, the black family was stronger than ever. Then, like, marriage was a high thing. You saw a lot of peace. You saw unity. Do you know what I mean? So it wasn't until obviously you had people coming together, the whole laws against family, etc. happening, that you just literally saw the black community within a matter of a few decades crumble just like that. So I hear what he's kind of saying, even though the first statement I was like, oh wait, like, what's he trying to say here? But yeah.
So yeah, I don't have a comment.
Rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10.
10.
As she should.
What does that have to do with anything, bro?
Of course.
Of course, I'm confident. Everybody should be.
Right, what?
I'm a 10. Confidence is key.
Rate yourself.
And then like he doesn't need to be doing all of this as well, man. That's a bit weird for me personally, man. You see, with me, I try to always keep it outside of like race and things like that. But again, like I said in the prior video, I call a spade a spade. I wouldn't feel comfortable with this gentleman speaking to this lady, especially when she hasn't necessarily raised her voice or done anything out of character or called him out on anything, and then he's just literally just taking the piss. Like, why are you doing that for? Doesn't need to actually happen. Do you know what I mean? I don't know why he's not saying anything. He's not saying anything. This guy's not saying anything. Obviously, the ladies, they're not going to say anything. But it's a bit weird, man. It's a bit weird.
So, question
Not even a bit weird. It is
for you:
weird.
like, why would you come on a podcast and not answer questions or engage in actual real discourse?
I mean, do I
And that is a valid question because it is his platform, innit? But I want to hear what she has to say.
have to answer every question?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is true as well.
Oh, no, you don't.
Well, I,
I
said
mean,
no
I answer your
comment.
questions if you ask.
I didn't ask you any.
I know, but
I
I
don't
would.
care to ask you any.
So then why you here?
Ask.
I was invited. But like I just said, no comment.
Why are y'all here though?
You know what it is, yeah? I feel as if though, because I've seen some clips where I can tell like the lady is being a bit, you can say facetious, or she's being difficult. Like she's being difficult. But in this one, from what I've seen, all she said was no comment, bro. All she said was no comment, and it should have been an easy, okay, let's move on to the next kind of, you know what I mean? But this whole going back and forth with her, just because she doesn't want to say anything, I don't really know, man. I don't really know.
Oh, for real? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, why y'all here? Because why the fuck y'all this anti-black?
Because I was invited.
But why? But why? But you knew you was gonna get roasted. What made you come up here?
Oh, I don't care about getting roasted.
Okay, so it must have been a case where she wasn't saying anything, like, or she kept on saying no comment for the entire episode, because from the point that this guy is now getting involved, we can see that, yeah, it must have been like a common reoccurrence. So I get it from that perspective, but let's let the video cook,
Like
man.
I said, nobody can make me feel less confident in my skin.
I mean, I'm not putting you down. I just want to know. Like, you know what the show's about. You knew they was gonna
I
roast
came here
you.
because I do content.
That's also true. When you go on Fresh and Fit's podcast, yeah, you should automatically know that it's gonna be a rage bait fest. Like, especially in this I think it's late night in Miami, that's what they call it. Especially in this type of setting when you got like just bare girls around, you maybe got a special guest here. I think I've seen this guy on Instagram before. I think he's the person that rage baits people on Instagram and just like basically he's racist. Do you know what I mean? Like that's his content. But I don't know if it's comedy or whether it's him being for real. Not too sure.
But like I just said, I'm not gonna answer that
You
question.
did no content though. Like read the sat there. No comment.
You ate that
No
one.
comment.
And it, bro, think about these. It just be straight black males, bro. What's wrong with y'all niggas? Like I'm telling you, like I see so many black men in these red pill mental space. Like I don't get it. I really don't get it, bro.
Yeah, it's
I'm
actually.
here and I can promote my music all about Shishi. Y'all better follow me and I got a song
you
dropping
wanna-
tomorrow.
Whoa. Yeah, she didn't need to do that. She didn't need to do that still. Don't do that, fam.
Okay, follow me.
She did
ASAP,
music.
period.
All right, Queen, we got you.
So you literally your promo at the beginning. You say
Yeah.
she's saying, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out, like, it's actually worse that you're a content creator and you didn't say anything.
Yeah, what kind of
Why
content
can't
do you
you
make?
ask
Yeah.
I
anybody
don't
else
have
though?
to say anything.
Just face
Right.
card. Looks pretty. You smile. People simp.
That's debatable.
You
Chris.
talking about that's debatable? Of
Chris
course
said
you
that was a
don't.
good face
I
card.
said that's debatable.
I said it's debatable.
She doesn't approve. She's like, really? She doesn't approve. Let's be real. She's pretty, man. Let's be real.
Just face
Right.
card.
She
Looks
is
pretty.
pretty.
You smile. People
She's
simp.
pretty, so.
That's debatable.
You
Chris.
talking about that's debatable? Of
Chris
course
said
you
that was a
don't.
good face
I
card.
said that's debatable.
I said it's debatable.
Like this Myron nigga, bro. Who do he think? Like I'm sorry to pause. He said that's debatable about her, bro. She is a beautiful young lady, bro.
She's pretty, isn't it? She's pretty. Can't lie.
Everything about these niggas is just. I'm gonna stop pausing.
I did. No, I said it's debatable.
Oh, yeah.
No comment.
No comment.
I rate that. Honestly.
I knew it.
About these niggas is
What's
just.
it?
I'm gonna stop pausing.
I did. No, I said it's debatable.
Oh, yeah.
No comment.
No comment. I knew it.
Hey, she,
All right, man.
listen,
Yeah,
hey,
I
she
don't
not
know
giving
when
them
you
what they
shoot
want. They
like
want her
that,
to
'cause
go
I
off.
can say a lot of things.
Go ahead. Please do.
Yeah, you can. Go ahead.
Get his ass.
Yeah, get his ass.
Take a shot. Say whatever you want.
All black people in the back, bro.
I have to bring nobody down to make myself feel better.
Clock it.
Eat him up.
Well, if it's true, it's not really bringing them down. I mean, you tell me.
That sounds stupid, Fresh.
Yeah.
Get it, girl.
Go ahead. What's your?
Get it, all right.
This is your chance.
Today I got time, cuz.
Go ahead. What is it?
Come on, get him. We here for you.
We got time, cuz.
Hey, and don't complain on your IG later on.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Oh, she been on the show before?
No. Don't be later on after the show. She might say,
okay.
"Fuck you,
Oh.
nigga." Do it right now.
Yeah, it's like, girls get embarrassed on the show, then they get on Instagram and go on a rant.
I'm not
Well-
embarrassed.
You talk about our ego? You got a big ego yourself.
Yeah, that's fact.
How dare you?
Okay.
Bro, these guys are just spending so much time just going in on this girl. She's just saying, okay, bro. I don't know, man. You see, maybe it's the way I was brought up in it, but I've always been taught, like, number one, you don't argue with ladies. Not because you can't argue with them or anything like that. It's just literally because you're just never gonna win, bro. You're literally like, let's be real. You're literally going back and forth with a lady that we already know that a lot of ladies, they know how to basically, how can I say it? If they really want to get at you, they can get at you. Do you know what I mean? In terms of verbally, anyway. So what you're gonna do as a guy? What, chat back at the lady? Then people are gonna basically see you as a lady, or you're gonna even lose respect for yourself. You're never in a winning position. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't really make sense. Hopefully that's not like a sexist comment. Do you know what I mean? But it doesn't. It's never made sense. And then the only other thing that a lot of guys can then result to is, okay, some sort of violence or whatever, and then that is when even me, I will slap you up if I ever see that. Do you know what I mean? I've said it time and time again. Like, I think in one of the other videos where I was saying that, I remember there was even a time where us man were in fact this was years ago, man. I don't know if I should bring this up, but us man must have been in a party, and we just see, we come out, this is years ago, we come out, and then I think we see a lady crying, and obviously she's holding her face, innit? And she's like, oh, this guy slapped me because I didn't give him my number. Was like, yo, where is the guy, bro? We rush and we finished the guy, bro. You didn't hear if, buts, or maybe. Basically, turns out that it wasn't necessarily like that. Basically, the girl was disrespectful to the guy, and the guy basically just slapped her, which is wrong on both parts. But again, why are you touching a lady? It doesn't, you know what I mean? But still, before we even heard what happened, the guy got done out of it, you know what I mean? So I'm not really with that, you know what I'm saying? But goes back to it. Why are you arguing with this lady, bro? Like, what's there to gain with arguing with this lady? Nothing. But, what else? We'll see, man.
It's your opinion.
If I came on a podcast, I was invited.
Yo, she got them mad because she just, you know what I'm saying? She calm with it. And this is what I don't like, bro. They try to say black girls are, they loud, ghetto, and this and that. But when they act like this, it's a problem too, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I don't really think so, man. I don't think it's a problem. I've never really seen a case of a calm black lady being a problem in any space. So I don't really agree with what my man said there.
Like, she not giving them what
I think he's just trying to make a point.
they want. So they mad as hell about it, bro. Hey, bro, I'm telling you, this how we got to start acting. Like on one hand, I'd be like, yeah, we got to get that same energy back. But really, when you just ignore them and let them talk, and then you just see how stupid and ignorant and just dumb these motherfuckers be. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree with that, though.
not feeding into none of this. Which, while I will agree, like, she shouldn't have went on the show anyway. But he could have asked any of these other women the question. You know, why is he targeting the black woman right here?
I would talk. So you know what? This is my opinion.
I just didn't want to answer that one. I'm
Yeah,
still
she
talking,
didn't
though.
reparations. She didn't want
You
to
said
talk.
no comment multiple times.
Yeah, I said no comment not to roasting his ass. And I said no comment.
Well, you
to
said no
last
comment
question.
on a bunch of different questions that we've been engaging. Like the reparations, I was asking how you do it, how'd you implement it, no comment. Like,
And even the intro, we said no comment
Yeah.
twice.
The part of Georgia.
Yeah, when you asked my how many bodies I had,
that's
a
fine, that's
personal
fair. But like
question.
all the other
Yeah, that's wild, man. That's wild. Why are you asking that? Do you know what I mean? This is, I don't really know, man. I don't really know. The Fall from Grace in terms of the Fresh and Fit podcast is insane. It's insane. At the end of the day, when it comes to their bit, you see with me, yeah, I can call a spade, but I have to keep it real and raw all across the board. When it comes to their business content, Fresh and Fit know what they're talking about. That's facts. They know how to get money. They know how to teach people how to get money, get on their credit, But all this stuff, I understand there's a financial game behind it, but bro, it's like I'm pretty sure everyone's kind of fatigued from it. You know, at the end of the day, we all want love. We all want to be with someone. Even the argumentative people, they want to be with someone. Even the crazy people, they want to be with someone. Even the nitties, they want to be with someone. I remember the other day, yeah, I must be coming home from the studio one time, yeah, it was mad late. And then I remember, yeah, there was like two I don't want to say nitties now, 'cause that sounds crazy, but basically a nitty's a homeless person, innit? So there's two homeless people, yeah, a guy and a girl. And then I saw the guy, he was stressed, bro. It was so stressed, yeah. Then the lady was like, F off, you're not doing anything for me anyways. Get out of here. And the guy was stressed. He was like, what did I do? So at the end of the day, every single person from the top of the top, I remember even one of my other brethren was like, from the point of billionaires are even struggling when it comes to relationships. What makes us think that we're ever gonna pattern? But I have faith in it. I have faith one day. Do you know what I mean? But from the point of billionaires are going through it, from the point of regular guys, and even, you know, the people that are, you could say, less advantaged or disadvantaged, right, are going through it as well. You already know that everyone's basically just going through it. But the downfall of the red pill, it's a shame, man, because the red pill, it helped a lot of young gentlemen out. But I don't really know what's going on right now. Anyways, my people, if you enjoy this type of content, make sure to like, make sure to comment what you thought, if you agree or if you disagree with anything I've said. And most importantly, make sure to hit that subscribe button because we got a lot of videos coming out. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Blah, 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 blah.